finally we got to the meat of the matter. And the meat of the matter was this, and this is God's provision for Doug, is he said, hey, when I die, me and my wife are talking about being cremated. And he said, that's pretty much just like going to hell, isn't it? Now, I know you'll laugh about that, but he didn't say it like a laughing matter. He said it in a factual way. Someone had told him, or someone had explained to him, or he thought, or he heard, that when he gets to the end of his life, if he's cremated, he will spend eternity in hell. And I looked at Doug and I said, well, sir, that is not true. Matter of fact, the only thing that will keep you from experiencing eternity and God's forgiveness is not knowing Jesus or Christ. Yes. And I'm going to tell you, we hear sometimes what we want to hear, sometimes we hear what we don't want to hear, but sometimes we just hear what the world wants to give us. And I want you to understand that God puts us in the right place, because as you're sitting there in the hospital and you're dealing with the situation yourself, and you got someone else dealing with the situation, and they're close to, certain things that they're worried about, and they say that in all sincerity, and they need an answer in all sincerity, because if you go to your grave believing that, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a good chance you're not going to invest in the time that you need to invest in. And this is what I told Doug. I said, Doug, I would love to come and answer any questions you have. And he said, well, I guess by now you know I'm not really a churchgoer. I grew up in church. I said, well, that's okay. I said, that doesn't matter. I would love to spend some time with you, because I would love to answer. And I've been texting Doug since we've been in the hospital. Because I want to tell you right now, church, there are things that God has that is grace upon grace, that God wants to help your heart and your mind, not just for you, but for that person that's the least, the last, the lost, that's broken, that's unsure, that's unclear, that's worried, that's afraid, that has never had the opportunity to sit in front of a pastor and say, hey, isn't it just like me going to hell if I get cremated? I mean, that's a strange response, church. Would you agree? Okay.